Be the creator, not the consumer. This is Angus, and good morning from China because now it's like 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's pretty cold here because it's already winter time. And I just got 15 minutes running over there, but I went up to take my cell phone and my drafts here, so it's getting colder. But I still want to share something with you guys. So if you guys are the first time watching my video, go subscribe and stay yourself updated. So today I'm going to share something about the shipping. As a lot of friends, they're on Facebook, they're consulting me about the difference between shipping by air and shipping by courier or shipping by sea. So I think it's time for me to share something with you guys. And yeah, it's very important for you guys to know about the difference before you taking an action to choose, which way to ship. So today I will just focus on shipping by air and shipping by express. Okay, so first let's start from the names. It's kind of confusing because international express also known as international courier. So sometimes when suppliers or your agent tell you that courier, you don't know what is courier. Express, okay, you may know because sometimes you send by express. Okay, and on the other hand, international air freight, also known as international air cargo, air forward, or air transport. Okay, so it's kind of confused, right? International express or courier, let's call it express. Okay, it kind of it's like door-to-door service. Okay, so it's one of the most advantage. So you can just tell your supplier or your agent to arrange it for you. They will just contact those large express companies. Those express companies, they will go to your suppliers to take the products and do the customer clearance and taking care of the delivery to the final destination. That's the door-to-door service. So you don't need to worry about anything. Or on the other hand, you could just sign in from those large express companies. You have one account over there and you just talk to them, you call them, and they will contact with your I think they will contact your supplier, or actually no, your supplier, you need to contact with them, and then they will go to pick up the products. So it's pretty convenient. And so on the other hand, international air freight is actually an airport to airport service. So you may need to handle on the from your supplier warehouse, factory warehouse to the airport, and from your destination airport to your fellow warehouse, your fellow destination. International courier or express on mainly carried by those large express companies, for example, DHL, TNT, FedEx, UPS, or RMX sometimes. And air freight actually normally will be taken care of by those large express companies like DHL or FedEx as well, but also it will be carried by those passenger airlines. So those passenger airlines, sometimes they have enough space for those to accommodate your those commercial cargoes. Okay, so this is the major difference. And the second thing I want you guys to know is about how they calculate the weight, because most of the time some of you guys, you're just consulting about the agent, what is the unit price of the shipping by air or by express. So they tell you that maybe it's $5 or $4. Okay, you calculate, but they did not tell you that you don't know that actually this kind of shipping they need to calculate by the chargeable weight. What is the chargeable weight? Because they will actually calculate based on the volumetric weight and the actual weight, which is hair. So for example, if you're buying some memory panels, and memory panels, is pretty light and it will take up a lot of volume. So if they're calculating by weight, so they will lose money. So they create this, that they will calculate by the volumetric weight. So what is the volumetric weight? So let's go back to middle school or high school. We got the cutting there. We need to know the volume. We already have the length, the width, and the height. So the volume will be calculated by multiplying of those dimensions. Okay, so the chargeable weight actually, the volumetric weight actually, they will from this value, from those volume, it will be divided by the dimensional factor. Okay, so the air shipping by air freight, the dimensional factor will be 6,000. So when you got the volume, you divide it by 6,000, you will got the volumetric weight. And the shipping by express, the dimensional factor will be 5,000. So when you got the volume, you divide it by 5,000, you got the volumetric weight. Okay, so there is a little bit difference, not too much. You just need to understand how this works. Okay? About the difference about the volumetric weight and the actual weight, don't be ripped off by your supplier or your agent. Okay, but actually I want to say that sometimes your agent or your supplier, they don't want to rip you off, but it's just that they don't know this kind of things, so it's like that they don't know how to calculate it. They just when you ask them what is the weight of the package, they just put the package on the scale and tell you, okay, this is 20 kg, but actually it's not like that. You need to calculate about the dimensions, you need to calculate the volumetric weight. So now you know about this. Next time when you're consulting about the shipping price, the shipping fee by air or by express, you need to ask not only about the actual weight, also about the volumetric, or you just ask about the dimensions. Okay, this is very important. As I mentioned that there's a bad example that you're buying some memory panels. I think that there were no people buying these memory panels and sending by air or express. Okay, because from my experience that if you're buying more than 2 cbm or cubic meters, some people they don't know cbm, so okay, cubic meters. If you're buying more than 2 cbm, you can consult about the price by say actually. So today we're not focused on say, so let's go back to the shipping by air and the express. Okay, and when do we choose sending by air and when do we choose sending by express? Sending by express, normally if there are some documents, okay, if let's say if the products are less than 200 kilograms, you can compare the price sending by express and sending by air. From my experience, I think below 200 kilograms sending by express will be better, more profitable, or more you can save more. And at last I want to say that please fully use your carton space. It's more like a crime when you waste your space of the carton when you're shipping by air or express. And at last, one thing that I did not mention is that when you're shipping by air or by express, especially nowadays, is very strict on the customs. So in a custom, you need to know exactly what are the products you are shipping. Okay, you need to know, and your suppliers, your agent need to know, and you also need to let the shipping company, those express companies, to know what you are shipping. If there are some dangerous items, especially batteries, if there are batteries inside, you need to let them know. If you have certificates of those batteries, or you have liquids inside, this is very important. But I think that most of our Amazon new beginners, you will not have this kind of stuff. But also you need to be noticed. Don't do that in the very beginning, because it's very dangerous, it's very risky. You don't want to find this bad experience in the very beginning. Speaking at the last, that I think that choosing the right shipping method, it will take time, maybe after a couple of times of shipments. But every time when you do this, please let your suppliers maybe take some pictures or videos for you. You need to know about the situation of the products and the packages, and you can actually let them make some changes. Okay, and do this advanced. Okay, do this in advance and do some planning. It will make a lot of savings. Okay, it's not like you have products ready tomorrow and then you contact the supplier, you contact the express company. It's very urgent and it's not very well organized. I'm not even sure, how I perform today because it's really cold here and I'm kind of shaking here. And so once again, this is Angus. Thank you so much. Like, share, and follow. Do what you want to do. Spread the words. Thanks.